Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
The one and only, the original. I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pistol. I was making that cat. Bring that ass here, boy. Turn up. Fuck you, man.
Once again, it's on, you guys. Welcome to another Illustrate Radio right here on WEMS Radio. I am your host, T. Gray, and you know I'm joined by my super sexy, pretty brown co-host, Miss Lucky Lay. What's up, Lucky?
What's up, baby? How you doing? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. You guys, y'all see we're missing a piece of our tripod. DJ Stiletto is not in this evening, but we do hope we see her soon. Hope we see her next week. Y'all still follow my girl at DJ Stiletto #1. Okay. New Year's coming. Book my girl. Church business, you guys. Of course, you know we got to take care of that real quick. So if you're watching, I want you to hit that like button. I want you to hit that subscribe. I want you to tell a friend to tell a friend. We are right here. Hey, Script Writers Block. You can find us any and everywhere. If you miss us here, of course, you know every Wednesday you can hop on your Roku, download your 7 On Demand app. You can see us there as well at 8 o'clock. Anywhere that streams, you guys. Twitch, Twitter. We there. We there. We're there. You can't find us. I don't know what you're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and get this show started. We have a fantastic guest, you guys, in the building. We're going to bring him in early and let him hop on and get a little bit of this energy this evening, you guys. He is a director. He's a lover of life, he said. He's an engineer. He's a producer. He's the man behind the man that helped the man to get to be the man. Director Erik White is in the building. Come on in.
We need to get our sound effects up.
I like that intro. That intro was amazing, though. I should have saved it and used it as my intro for all my podcasts and interviews. How are you?
I'll give that to you free of charge. They'll run you the audio. I'll give it to you. You can have that. You can have that. So normally the way we start our show is we each give a little bit of what our reflections are, either for the week or whatever's on our mind or what have you. So how about we jump into that, and then we'll let you bring in your own piece. Lucky, do you want to get started?
Oh, no, I'm handing it off to you because look, never mind. I can get it started. No problem. I kind of know what I want to say. So go ahead. We can get it to Just My Luck. It's just my luck that I have been thrown in the fire this week, okay? And the universe has been testing me. But one thing that I have been keeping is my peace and holding my faith. And knowing that sometimes you get tried a lot, you gotta go through some shit to realize that wasn't it, to go back to the shit that you was doing that was actually helping you with your situation. And one of those things that have been helping me is staying grounded and making sure that I'm always being aware of my surroundings. And even though it's a lot of chaos around me, making sure that I am not acting off of that chaos and I'm not allowing it to get to me. So stop taking things so personally. Sometimes most of the time, everything is not always about you. I'm going to say 95% of the time it's not about you. So if someone reacts to something that you do, if someone feels threatened by you, because apparently I don't even know why I'm a threat. I'm probably one of the most quiet people, but also very vocal in the sense of I'm a team player. And I'm also a lover of life as well. And I'm a lover of people and a lover of growth. So a lot of the things that I try to do is help people out. And sometimes people can take that constructive criticism or constructive critique. I don't even like to use the word criticism, critique as criticism. And I'm coming from a place of love. So as long as you stay grounded in your perspective and your intent, you can't always control how everyone else feels about something else. And you can't always control their reactions to you as well. So, just make sure you stay grounded and keep your peace. And that is it for Just My Luck.
All right now, she said, I don't know why I'm a threat. Bitch, because you bad. Bitch, because you bad. You better know why you're a threat. You better understand what your threat level is. You better understand why people should walk around on their tippy toes as if they're tipping on ice when,
I don't want
yeah,
to because I
yeah.
welcome the
No,
love.
no, it's okay. We're gonna push that up out of you. It's okay.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that you don't love, and it doesn't mean that you don't support. It doesn't mean that you don't help. But don't ever knock your own greatness to make somebody else feel good
Yes.
about why you are a threat. No, they need to level their shit up so that you won't be. They need to get where you are so that
Yes.
you won't be. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They just
Book
get
of
up out their
Matthew.
feelings because I'm not really that. Like, just get up out your feelings. I really just want to help you win. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and they'll
You're
figure
right,
it out in
though.
their own time. Sometimes it may be a little late, but they'll figure it out in their own time. Your responsibility is to be true to you. So once you do your part, we're about to rest.
History. I love that
Exactly.
for me.
So,
Thank you, T. Everybody get you a T Gray. Everybody needs a T Gray, okay?
Today is a pour into you day today, you guys. So we're gonna
yes.
go ahead and hop into my love and
I love this.
today's love and is love and recognizing where your roots grow. And you guys, you got to pace yourself as I give you this because the name probably didn't do it justice to what I'm about to put into you all this week. I just had a session with somebody. You guys know I do the love, relationship, sex thing. So I'm giving a lot of advice, giving a lot of encouragement. And I came up with this metaphor that even wowed me, but I felt like it needs to be shared. Because a lot of us have these situations in our lives that are toxic, for lack of a better word, or unhealthy, or dangerous to our psyche, our spirit, what have you. And we don't know how to remove it. Or we put just enough work into it on the outside that we don't tackle the inside and we think that that's a fix. So the metaphor I use was looking at some of these instances in your life as a sick tree. I don't know if you all have ever seen a sick tree or know what a sick tree looks like, but when a tree has a disease, it's to the root. You'll see a lot of bugs around it, a lot of bees, a lot of hornets, a lot of things, and they're keeping the sickness in the tree. And so you'll have somebody come out, they'll cut the limbs, cut the leaves, cut all the branches. They'll cut it down to the stump and they think, oh, it's fixed now. I cut down what I thought was sick. I cut down what I could see that was wrong. I got rid of the outside part. I got rid of whatever I felt was on the inside. But what you left was the stump. What you left is the roots in the ground. What you left is the sickness because you didn't get the core of it and it's going to return. It's going to grow again and it's still going to be sick. And while it's growing and being sick, the roots are now killing your grass. It's now affecting the other trees. You're not seeing that that sickness has not been cured. So when you're in your situations, your toxic situations, your unhealthy situations, be mindful if you don't pull that stump up out the ground, if you don't get the roots in everything, that sickness is going to return. Even if you get rid of the branches, you get rid of the friends, you get rid of the dudes, you get rid of the bullshit. If you don't fix what's at the core and get that up out of you, your soul, your spirit, your everything, if you don't get that up out the ground, that sickness is going to come back. That toxicity is going to come back. So just be mindful of that, you all, as you're pruning and as you're shaping and as you're removing things out your life. Don't do it at a surface level. Don't do only what you can see or what you feel like you feel on the outside. Tackle some of the shit that's on the inside, that stuff that's buried way down deep, the stuff that's rooted in you, and get that up out of there. Because that's the only way that you're going to heal. That's the only way that you're going to be better. That's the only way that you're going to grow. That's the only way you won't feel like my co-host's not a threat. Because you got to get your shit together. You got to get your shit
Are what
together.
you attract.
But I just
You
want
are
y'all to take that with y'all. Just, throughout, take that with y'all. Be mindful. The outside can only do so much. You got to work on what's on the inside too, you guys. You really do.
That's why I do the affirmations, man. I
Wow.
tell people every day, you are what you attract. And if you're
Yeah.
not good, then you are not going to attract anything else, because your level of power, the God that's literally in you, has the power to execute and deliver any type of lifestyle that you want if you have to wholeheartedly want it. And you can't wholeheartedly want it if your subconscious mind and your unsubconscious mind are not working together in power. So yeah, you
There
know.
it is.
Go ahead, I'm
There
That's
it
done.
is.
I'm
real.
sorry.
All
So
all of
look,
that is
so I'm
real.
not to, I be haphazardly giving other people's moment a name. So we're gonna call your moment the director's cut. So we're gonna roll it on over to Eric. Over to Eric to get his director's cut for the week. Offer us a little perspective.
Okay. Director's cut. My director's cut is don't get comfortable. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to know your worth. You have to know that energy is real, and you have to know that you deserve everything. I know it's cool to like be grateful, and you have to be grateful and present and appreciate everything that you have, but you deserve it all. You deserve it all. You have to get it all. God wants you to have it all. So you have to like always keep yourself somewhat uncomfortable to keep striving for more, because if you really strive for more, God's going to give it to you. So it's just a matter of keeping your energy right and not getting complacent or set in what's working or what's not working. Just you deserve it all. So you got to keep your energy right and just give it to God and know that you deserve everything that you ever wanted. And that's my director's cut.
Well, there it is.
I
Well, there
like
it is.
that. Drop the mic.
So there
But
it
it's
is.
true. What you were saying was true. It's in the book of Matthew. Let your light shine. So you can be seen. Like God wants you to shine. God wants you to be everything and more. Like don't be afraid. Don't no matter what somebody says about you or what somebody is thinking about you.
Oh yeah, we don't care about
Shine,
that.
shine. Yeah. Oh, I know. I can tell already. The two of you. I can tell already the two of you. But
Yeah.
that's it. That's how I
Oh,
feel.
that is amazing. See, you right on time. See
We flow.
how
We
you
all
being
flowed.
here
Everything that we
early
said
was
was
a
kind of
person.
transcending.
Yes,
We
yes.
flowed.
I love it.
So typically this would be our space where we hop into that spit that ish, whereas what's going on in entertainment, news, and things of that nature. I'm gonna be quite honest. I don't have my paperwork, okay? So I have no idea what we're supposed to be talking about. That's being honest. But there was something that I did want to talk about. So you got it, Lucky. You have the stuff.
No, we could talk about it because I feel like you're going to touch on something that's not in here, and I really want to touch on it too. So,
Yeah, I don't know, but
but I
I
do have it.
wanted to talk about Twitch because clearly, he is what's absolutely trending right now. He just killed himself. Or at least that's what the police say. It was deemed a suicide. I wasn't there. Um, but I wanted to talk about that, and I wanted to talk about that with you because you're on that end of the entertainment world. You see people sometimes at their highs and their lows behind the camera. What do you think? How can I frame this question? Do you think that because you're in Hollywood, that makes it harder to attack those types of demons or attack those types of mental challenges? Do you think that lifestyle and the business makes it harder to kind of get through those things?
Yeah, I mean, I think just when I'm from New York, so when I first got to LA, I found out early on how big of a city it is and how lonely Hollywood is. It can be a very lonely place, and you can lose yourself. You can lose yourself in appearances. You can lose yourself in trying to be something you're not, and wearing that mask all day long, 24/7. I don't know if that's Twitch's case in
Mhm.
particular, but I can understand the mental illness that can come with being in Hollywood, being anywhere, but here in particular, it's a very, unless you're grounded and have know yourself, it's easy to get lost and it's easy to not know who you are very quickly. And that's like a sad place to be, especially during the holidays and things of that nature. But I think overall with mental illness and when people are hurting, you never, the most arrogant person in the world could be the biggest star, the biggest celebrity, this person with the most money, the happiest person could be in real trouble, can really be hurting. So I think it's something to keep in mind when dealing with all people. But I think here it's times 20 because this is the land of the facade. This is the land of, be who you feel people should think you are.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know how that works with you guys. I mean, you ladies, and in life with just people but yeah, it can be a lonely place.
Yeah, it can be, and it's also a lot of pressure to kind of, like you said, to keep those appearances and to do that. And sometimes we're moving so fast, you don't really have time to really deal with your mental health, and then all of a sudden something just clicks, and it can either be a shift for the good or the bad. So yeah, giving yourself grace, I think, is a major thing, and allowing yourself to just create a safe space for yourself. I meditate. I make sure I sit in the sun. I go to the gym. I get zoned out. I write poetry. I journal. Doing those types of things definitely help with your mental health in so many ways. Even if it's just 5 minutes I quiet the noise at my job. I'll put on headphones and I'm not listening to anything. I just don't want to, I just want to quiet my own space. So I'm letting you know off the rip, don't talk to me, because have my headphones on, I can't hear you. And I just close my eyes for like 30 seconds, or I do my, what they call it, my mudras and stuff like that. And when doing those things, you literally lock yourself into a zone. But we have to deal with mental health every day. We have to make that is the first priority, is my mental health when I get up. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not of sound mind, you cannot be of sound action or of sound anything. And my condolences to him and his kids and all of his friends and his family, because that it kind of took me back. I wasn't really familiar with him, but I was familiar with their relationship because Ellen made that very noticeable. So yeah, it took me back for a second, but we just make sure that you're always dealing with your mental health.
What else do we have popping in the Spit That Ish?
Oh, okay, cool. So I just pulled it up too. Okay, so Black excellence. Jaylen Smith is the youngest Black mayor in the U.S. at 18 years old. Okay, congratulations. I think this is so fire. Yes, get a big old kudos.
That's awesome.
Black mayor after residents of a small Arkansas town elected. Mayor Smith secured this new role on Tuesday, December 6th. He took down the opponent, Nemi Matthews Sr., which is a runoff election, with a final count of 218 votes to a smacking 139. He knocked it out the park a little bit for a small town like that. You know what I'm saying? So he announced his win via Facebook. I said via Facebook. I'm sorry. And as of Wednesday, he holds over 300 comments, 700 shares, and the list goes on. This town consists of 2,000 people, and it's nearly 30 miles from Memphis. It seems like the mayor, Smith, was shying away from his age and generation during his campaign, which I think he should have owned it, and I'm glad he did. On Monday evening, he shared another post at last-minute reminder of his vision, and the vision includes building a better chapter. I already like the sound of that already. Which means renovations, beautifying the city, and improving public safety and transportation. Shout out to you, Earl. That is a dope ass move. Yeah, congratulations. Big ass kudos. I swear, our youth are getting, stronger and stronger by the minute. More magical by the minute.
Indeed. And I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that he is so young, because I think even the generation behind us, they're still often being told what they can and what they cannot do. You know what I mean? And no matter what you see, no matter if you see that you have a Black president, you see you have an 18-year-old mayor, like, society will still try to tell you what your limits are. But you guys are not limited. You guys are not limited. And I know you were about to say something. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Erik.
No, you pretty much summed it up. I think we need more young energy in the system. I think we should listen to the youth, because he's 18 now. In a minute, he's going to be in his 20s. They're the ones making the change. So we got to listen to these kids, man.
Facts.
Yo,
So I
I
kind of want
love
to get
your
into this.
show. I can't believe it. Yo, your show is so good. You two are
I'm
amazing.
glad
Yo.
you love it. I'm glad. See, everything happens on
Um,
purpose. You know, the stars align how they're supposed to, and everything is in divine time. And so, yes, we appreciate you. Thank you for your kudos, because that is like a big step. You know what I'm saying? The legend that we got on here, y'all. If y'all don't know, do your
I love
history
it.
work, okay? Because I did mine. So now that we know that you're from New York, so how do you feel about Jay-Z about to opening up a casino in New York?
I think it's time. I think he's I hopefully he's creating, the wealth and opportunity that we were never provided. And he's opening it up for us, and creating opportunities, and looking back, where so many other, stars and celebrities, just keep going. You just feel like Jay-Z still wants to, like, bring all of us. I know he can't do it in every way, but this to me is him, never forgetting where he's from. To me, of course, it's a money move, but I think it's good all around. He could be sitting on
Yeah,
an
and
island somewhere, not worrying about nothing.
right, right,
facts.
right.
Facts.
Yeah.
As long, it's good to give back. It's a beautiful thing. So he has some awesome partnerships too, with SL Green and Caesars, which I think is also a very good move too, as well, and with Broadway. So he's bringing every full circle. I am excited because anyone who knows me knows that I am a lover of New York. New York is really my second, but first home and heart. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. Oh, that's the Drake piece. But yeah. But yeah, so I think that what he's doing is awesome. What do you think, T?
I'm excited for it. I'm excited to
Are we
go.
going?
I'm excited to go. So I'm one of those people that every time Jay-Z has done something, I went. When the 40/40 Club opened, I made sure I was there. Like, I believe that is going to be something different. And I think that when we go to casinos, I feel like sometimes we all feel like we see the same thing all the time. But I feel like that the urban, the flavor, the swag, the style, like all those things that Jay-Z encompasses. Like, I'm excited to see what's going to be there. Like, I'm excited about the slots, and I'm excited about the tables, but I'm even more excited about the aesthetic. I'm excited to see
Mm-hmm.
who he's going to have performing, because you already know it's going to be a theater. Like, I'm excited to see what he has, what he does that's different, because, like, even with Caesars is a cut above, in my opinion. When you go to Vegas, Caesars to me is
Yep.
like a cut above the majority of them. But they do allow space for a lot of artistic vision in that casino.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to
Absolutely.
see Sean Carter's artistic vision. Like, I'm excited about that piece. Like, what, is definitely, I want to feel sexy when I walk in there, and I want to feel rich when I
Oh, you
leave.
gonna
Like,
be
give me that.
sexy. You already know.
Give me that,
You know what I'm
Jay-Z.
saying? You already know. Yeah, I can't wait.
What if our producer
I'm
homeboy's
trying
got
to
this
walk in there with
line?
you because I know you going.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We trying to
yes.
walk
What
in there with
about
you.
producer homeboy got this line in this song where he say, "I just walk in with the duffel, smelling like money and looking like trouble." Like, that's gonna be me when I go. Like, come on, Jay-Z. I'm excited for it. Everything that he touches turns to gold. Everything he
Mhm,
touches turns to gold. But I'm excited for it because I don't think there's too many Black owners, if there are any, of
mhm,
casinos.
mhm.
I
And
don't,
it's
I
gonna
don't,
feel different, right?
that's a
It'll
It's
feel.
gonna,
foreign
yeah,
business.
I think it's gonna bring. So, if I'm keeping it a band, the city is already like jam packed. It's so crowded. For you to drive 5 miles down the street, it takes you 40 minutes. Like, so it's going to be sick because this is going to be on Broadway. This is not going to be like in Long Island or
Mhm,
Queens or somewhere where it's a little bit set off. This is right in the heart of the city.
mhm,
Mm,
And it's
mm,
already a lot of drug abuse and so many and homelessness and so many other things. I hope that they're is a plan to kind of alleviate some of those issues, because that will also bring a lot of crime to the city as well. They're going to need way more manpower. So I'm sure the police force is going to have to be definitely locked in. And they're going to have parking garages. Some of these buildings are going to have to get knocked down because there's not enough parking garages as it is. No, I'm being dead ass. Like,
I hate parking in New York. I hate it with a passion. And don't let it be one of them places where they got to bring your car back to you. Like, y'all been gone for an hour. How many levels y'all got in here that I don't have my car yet? What are y'all like? Oh my God. I hate it. I hate that part.
So, you know, people insurance rates going to go up. A lot of stuff going to change. So although it's going to bring a lot of wealth, you have to consider the alternatives as well to make sure that the people are well informed of what you're voting for and who you're voting for those that do vote, and being more aware of that type shit, because it's going to be hectic. But I can't wait, because I don't live there. I can just visit.
Well, you know what else I can't wait for? A hot take. Y'all might as well go ahead and play a little
hot
intro.
Take is you.
So our hot take guest tonight, you guys, y'all already heard the intro. You already see the man. He has been directing some of the best entertainers videos for years. Some of our cult classic movies, things that we love to see, Lottery Ticket and other such movies. Director Erik White in the building.
Hey. What's up, ladies? It's time. We waited a long time. We're right on time right now. I love it.
Yes. So welcome to Illustrate. We appreciate the feedback, you hopping in early with us. This has been a lot of fun. For those who aren't familiar with you or know just exactly how much pull you got, bro, go tell them a little something. Go tell them a little something.
All right. Started out shooting for my uncle, Hype Williams, back in the day. I started directing on my own. So I won 3 BET Video of the Year awards, won MTV of the Year award with Chris Brown, wrote and directed Lottery Ticket with Ice Cube and Bow Wow, worked on TV shows. I got another movie that I just shot with Ashanti and Cedric the Entertainer called The Plus One that's coming out. We shot that in the spring. And I'm just here. I just love all things music, all things story, all things hip hop, all things, I'm just happy to be here. Like I said, I'm a creative. I just love to be here with you ladies. And I'm so impressed by your show and your vibe and what you're doing. So I feel blessed that I'm with you actually today.
Oh, thank you so much. So I have a question, because growing up, now some of y'all know how old I am, but we're not going to talk about it today. But growing up, like, everybody's video was Hype Williams. Like, your video wasn't shit unless it was Hype Williams.
It was a Hype Williams video.
Yeah, like, how is that growing up with that being your uncle and having that type of tutelage? What was that like?
Well, people don't realize when he came up, all those videos that are classic, the Missy Elliott, the R. Kelly, the LL Cool J, the Puffy videos, all those videos, there was a time he shot those every weekend. Like, one weekend it would be Missy, the next weekend it would be California Love, the next weekend it would be R. Kelly Down Low, the next weekend it was just such a high level of creativity from him. You had to just soak it up. And that was just coming from his own mind. So it was just intense, and it was a wild ride. And it was a golden age of 90s hip hop music, videos, fashion that I'm so blessed to be a part of, especially looking back. When you look back at that era, those 10 years.
The catalog is hefty.
Yeah.
It was packed. And the visual icon of that era was Hype. So for me, it was just a lot of crazy stories and a lot of long nights, but it's just, I feel so lucky to catch that ride with him, because nobody knew how big it would go. Nobody knew how big hip hop would go. The 90s is when everything changed. The 90s is when hip hop turned full mainstream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Full
So
paradigm shift.
yeah, just to be a part of that, and even looking back at these videos that are still iconic videos, I just feel just blessed and happy to just be a part of it. And I was learning. I was the sound man first for Hype. So if we had a video, I'd be running around with like the speakers playing the song for them to lip sync. That was my schooling before I started shooting second unit for him.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
awesome.
it was crazy. Video girls, like that started the whole video girl era, you know?
It did. Definitely. Yeah, it did.
And there was no Instagram, there was no managers. He would just send me to the mall and just go find people. So it was just a crazy time. But I mean, I got a question for you two. Do you think that will ever come back? Do you think that that's a certain point in time that's just like it's just stuck there and it's just going to be there and be great, or have we seen it already now? Has it come since then?
Go ahead, Lucky.
I feel like there is a slight shift with artists, with particular artists. However, do I feel like it will be that legendary? I don't know if anything can replicate, that era. However, I do feel like we're kind of getting back to more of a classic with a new twist. So I'm looking forward to see that, us do something different moving forward. But I don't know if we can replicate that type of magic, because that whole entire era was just from, like you said, from everything. Like everything changed.
Yeah.
Because we had NWA and we also had TLC. So like just those, that dynamic of conscious music, like it's just, we don't have that. We don't have that. That's a loss. Lost art forever.
I think it's gonna forever be different. One, just because we evolve. Music does, sound does, what we look for, what we feed off of visually, the way social media has now impacted it. Now everything is streamed. You don't have Rap City, Video Soul, where you're being fed the videos. MTV, can't remember the last time I actually saw a video on MTV or BET.
That's
so
true.
Unless you have an artist, say like a Beyonce or Drake, who does visual album and give you massive impact for that entire album, I don't think that it's ever going to really get back to that. You know what I mean? Like now, I don't even really realize who even has videos for certain songs, because you just don't see it. We don't have the same access. You could hear the song 1,000 times and then be like, dang, I ain't never, and go on YouTube and like, oh, look at the video. The video might be dope. But videos to me are
right. It's some songs that I listen to a song repeatedly and never seen the video.
I ain't never seen the video. But then I feel like people don't put that same artist. I don't know whose job it is. I don't know if it's the artist, the director, the label, whatever. But I feel like they don't put that same type of zest into what that was in the 90s. They don't put that same type of work sometimes into, like I've seen Lizzo come out with some dope videos, not many. Anderson .Paak, but not many. You know what I mean? Like it's like here and there you'll get a video like, oh, that's pretty dope, but you don't see it. So if there were a way to create that same type of Beyonce energy for all major artists, where they're giving us these whole visual albums and where we can stream them not just on the local channels, but we can maybe see it on Netflix, we can see it on Disney Plus, we can see it in these other places. I think if it were like that, it could definitely bring back a lot of life to what that was. But right now, I feel like a lot of people are making videos. They're on YouTube for sure. But who's looking at them?
Right. That's crazy. And even if they have a lot of views, it's not like out there. It wasn't like an event, it wasn't like something like, oh, you see that video? That type of conversation.
It's not a premiere anymore. Remember, they used to have video premieres. You used to look forward to watch it in the box and all that. Like, oh, the video premiere about that was like a thing. Now you can just look on their Instagram and just say, okay, do I want to watch it? All right, let me watch the first 2 minutes. And you're only watching 30 seconds. And then you're like, okay, scroll. you know.
Right,
But there are
damn,
some
that's
videos that
right.
have captivated us. So
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I think I caught the tail end because I started directing like 2000. So B2K was like my first video where I went to Sony and I went to Max Goose at Sony and said, "Yes, I've been shooting for hype.
you taking
Give
my
me a video.
questions.
Give me." What's that?
I say you're taking our questions. You just keep answering.
Oh,
No,
once
I'm just
but I feel like we're just talking. So
Yeah.
I love the
I'm gonna stay
conversation.
quiet.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it too. I'm loving it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw
Go
you.
ahead. Go ahead
No,
with the
keep
story
going. I'm
about the boy who
sorry.
showed everybody his butthole. Go ahead.
My bad.
Yo, so I went. So
You went
crazy.
to
So
Sony.
yeah, so I went to Sony. I said, "Yo, I've been shooting with hype. Give me a video, any video. Let me just do something." And Max gave me a chance with B2K, and I met with them, and I wrote up a treatment for I met Chris Stokes and the whole gang, and like we shot the video, and that's where my journey started. But I think I caught the tail end of
The video.
the countdowns, and yeah, I think like that special time I caught it. Luckily I caught it, but I caught the tail end of that in the early 2000s. So my period was like the B2K, Chingy, Chris Brown, Puff, like that's where I was living in.
Mhm.
But still it was an amazing time. But it was interesting first meeting B2K. They were a cool group of guys.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's a
Love
story
you some
behind that. The
tea.
way you said that, they're
No, they're I mean, super talented, nice guys, and yeah. Am I being too politically
No,
correct right now?
take your
They're
time,
just
sir. It's not a problem.
no,
It's okay.
they're just good people. And from there, I started doing a lot of like the like the pop, dancing type videos. And that's where I met Chris Brown when he was like 15. So,
oh wow.
and you could tell, am I telling you, am I going to, do you want to ask
No,
You're
go ahead,
questions,
go ahead,
fine.
baby.
Riley?
You're good.
You're
I'm sorry.
fine.
Don't pay me no
Be
mind. I
Okay.
was being
yourself.
facetious. I was being facetious. Don't pay
Yeah.
me no
So,
mind. I was just go ahead.
so yeah, Mark Pitts, he had Chris Brown, a new artist, and he was 15. So I first met him. You could tell he was a star. He was a star from the time I met him. Like Chris Brown's talent cannot be denied. Like his in whatever background or personal life is one thing, but Chris Brown, the talent,
Mhm.
you can't deny it. And it was a cool ride. And I shot like his first 8 or 9 videos. So that was the With You, the Yo, the Run It, all those Chris Brown, first videos before he kind of like changed a little bit. It's just
Mhm.
it's I just hope that he finally gets his flowers, because what happened recently with the awards, right? Like he got
Yeah,
He
with the
had that
awards
Michael
and
Jackson
Michael
thing,
Jackson
and they cut it.
with
Yeah,
him
the
doing the tribute.
Andrews cut it, and it was going to be amazing. Like they had kind of shared clips online of him just rehearsing. Just the
Practice, yeah,
right.
rehearsing was amazing.
mm,
Right. And I feel like he's not like I hope that it doesn't come to a point where like we're not really celebrating Chris Brown, the artist, for all the amazing things that he's done. So I mean, yeah, that's it. I can
I
just keep going off on
mean,
a tangent, but I'll let you talk.
those
No,
things
I
don't
actually don't
happen
mind it
to
because we're learning
either.
so much at the same time. I'm in here taking mental notes.
Yeah, those things unfortunately don't happen until you're older and you get your lifetime achievement, or
Mm,
Mhm.
you
You
pass.
pass.
mm.
You
Mhm.
know what I
Which
mean?
which so many
So
young artists are passing. So many
yeah.
young artists are something's
Let
going
me
on.
ask you this while we're here for a second. When some of these artists pass, who they may not have been mainstream, they may not have had a major name at first, then they pass, and then now they. What do you think about that? Just as a person in entertainment, like, would you want to go first and then, Erik was the, you know what I mean, and then everything you ever done blow up, or do you feel like that's overkill or that's just a bit too much when people do that?
Yeah, I want it now because you don't know when it's genuine or not after you're gone. Like a lot of people I see when
Mhm.
somebody passes away, they post like that random picture they took of them like 5 years ago, and they put it up just to show the association. I don't think it's. I'm sure a lot of it's genuine. I'm not going to say that it's all bad. I'm sure a lot of it's heartfelt, but it just seems like I want my flowers now. I feel like you two want your flowers now, and
Yeah,
and and just have people appreciate people, while they're around, and that's something that we take for granted.
Mhm.
indeed.
Well, um, you're right. That is something that we take for granted. So I want to give you your flowers now as well for actually having the foundation that you have, the E. White
Hmm.
Foundation, which also helps people in their artistry and their creativity as well. So tell us a little bit about that. And again, your flowers have been given. I think I've been giving you your flowers all day.
Thank you. No, it's basically finding people who have the creativity and have the talent but don't have the means. So it's finding kids that might be, have an ear for music because a lot of educational systems are shutting down music programs in
Music
schools.
programs.
So I feel like, yeah, so I feel like music is such a huge part of a child's development. Whether or not they go that route, they should be exposed to that type of thing. So it's going to schools and getting funding and getting them, just a classroom, with some basic equipment or the right teacher, just to like spark the interest and
Mm,
love of music and appreciation of music. And I think it works especially now because music has become so disposable. A lot of kids I talk to now, they don't even know who Tupac is. Like they know who Tupac is, but they don't know like one song. And I'm like, wow, am I that old that you don't know
that's so
Tupac?
disheartening.
So I just feel like that appreciation, to where
Mm.
I grew up and my parents played music and that's what like got me into music. If
And
we're
bridging the
missing
gap.
any of that,
Mhm.
yes. So I want that in schools and I want just like simple programs. Not you don't need a lot of money. You just need the right people who care about spreading that to
Mhm.
kids. It'll spark the next icon or the next superstar that we haven't
Mhm.
seen yet.
Sure.
So, so that's pretty much the base. A nationwide, starting first in LA, and then expanding out.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I look
Should
forward to
start your
seeing it
next chapter
grow.
after LADC. So
Yeah, yeah. I look forward to seeing it grow, most definitely. So you have a new movie coming out. You say with
Hmm.
Mm.
Ashanti and Cedric the Entertainer.
Hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about it, or is it still hush?
No, no, it's called The Plus One. It's a rom-com, romantic comedy, shot in Florida.
Mhm.
It's basically about a girl that's getting married to the love of her life, and her best man, her best friend is a man, and that's her best man, best friend. And she says, no matter what in the invitations, do not invite this one girl because my whole life I can't stand her. We always butted heads. Don't invite this girl. He happens to be seeing the girl, so he brings her to the wedding. Imagine, your worst enemy coming to your wedding and just chaos ensues and
Yeah, I'm already
it's
getting
cool to
irritated.
see.
It's like, no.
You throw a party and the person you hate shows up and is making noise and being that person. So I think it's cool. Cedric was amazing. Ashanti is going to show levels. The fact that Ashanti, she's really funny. She's really got a great sense of humor. So she's going to show that. We're going to show the romantic side. We're going to show, a lot of levels of Ashanti. I think she's just a dope person in general, and I want to see her
She's
shine.
very dynamic.
So when do
That's
we
cool.
expect to see this in theaters?
I don't know. I finished it up maybe 2 weeks ago, so I don't know what the
Oh,
date
it's
is. They're
fresh.
just locking it in.
It's
Oh
fresh,
yeah,
fresh.
yeah,
Oh, we
yeah.
Fresh,
got the
fresh.
So
scoop.
Dope.
We got the scoop.
the
Is
plus,
the trailer
yeah.
out?
No, I just finished it, so you're getting
Oh,
it
we fresh,
before
fresh.
anything.
He's like, no.
We fresh, fresh.
Oh yeah. So we the first. I like that.
Yeah,
I
the
tell
plus one.
you
A lot
how
of
I
fun.
stay trying to get us plugged. We both do for real. So this whole movie premiere red carpet situation, we cover red carpet, sir. We bring all of this in person. So
got
Yeah, I was
I
about to say
guess
we
you
would
want to
love
go
to
ahead and
collaborate.
holler at the
You know?
PR people. I don't know who you have to talk to. I feel like you're kind of in charge. So just
I
tell them,
got you.
Illustrate Radio will be here covering the purpose.
Front and
Okay.
center.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Add us to the
Okay.
list.
We clean up well,
No, but I'm Smith. We would
and we're fantastic hosts for the car.
I got plans for you
Yeah.
already. I'm thinking about you two we got to talk about, I don't know. There's something about you two.
You come on and get this energy, baby. You
Come through. We take all that magical creativity energy because we love to make art masterpieces, baby. We here for that.
Yes,
Whatever
Okay.
vision
yes,
we're willing to live.
I got you. No, but
So
it's cool.
yeah, most definitely. So I have a staple question now. It's become a staple that I ask everybody. So I got to give it to you before we get up out of here. From the first time you picked up a camera to the last time you sat it down, what has been the most important thing that you've learned about yourself as a director?
Mm. Mm. Knowing myself and being true to myself, because it's so easy to get lost in, comparing yourself to someone else, or trying to you see something, you try to be that, or I try to like make something that's like that because it's dope, and making sure I don't forget, wait a minute, I got something dope. You know what I mean? I have something coming from me. I don't have to like look to somewhere
Chase
else.
that.
It starts with me.
Mhm.
So I'm going to bring something instead of me trying to get with this, or anybody trying to get with this person, or trying to start a movement with this person, or start a business. I can do it. So I got my own voice and my own vision. So that's an important thing that I learned in my journey. Nope. I look in the mirror and I'm like, no, do you, what's in your gut, do what's in your head. Don't get influenced. Be you. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Indeed.
That's great.
Indeed. So I
Yeah.
feel like I don't struggle with that, but sometimes because I do comedy, people do try to put you in a box. They try to put you in a box because I'm a female. They want to put me in a box because I'm black. They want to put you in a box because, oh, you're supposed to talk about this or you can't talk about that. And they have all these, everybody wants to do this. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm going to be T. Gray. Y'all going to get this? How y'all get this? And either you're going to like it or you're not. Like, my jokes aren't for everybody, but for those who laugh, hey, get this shit. Like, I can't be free and shackled at the same time. So it's like I gotta pick one. So I get that you have to just be you in every aspect. And then anytime you ever try to do something different, it never works.
It
It
never.
never works.
Don't
Never
chase the magic, let the
works.
magic chase you.
Right. And
Mhm.
that's the thing about it. Your dream or your vision, whatever God put in you, that gift, it's always going to have a bag at the end. Some people be so focused on getting to the bag, but you get it
Yeah.
when you work in your purpose. It's coming.
Isn't that
You
crazy?
know what I
It's
mean?
crazy,
It's
right?
coming.
It is crazy.
So, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's
So I have
coming.
one quick question before you head up out of here. What advice would you have for other people who are tapping into being filmmakers? So what advice would you have for other filmmakers?
Like Spike Lee said, you want to be a director? Okay, you're a director. There it is. That's what you do. I'm a director now. So it makes it so easy with an iPhone. You have iPhone, you have iMovie in your phone. Okay. When I was coming up, there was no iMovie, there was no iPhone. You had to go and get a crew and a camera with film, cans of film, and lights and all this stuff. You in your phone can create images, create stories on your own. And I feel like it's never been a better time for people to express themselves. And you're not limited by anything now. So you could take your phone, if you got a story, watch a movie that you like, take your phone and copy, okay, this shot, this guy is here and he's talking to this person here. Copy that shot, take a picture of it, right? And then go make your storyboards and make your little movie, make your little short, make your something. It doesn't matter. You can get your vision out today.
Facts. We
Yes,
like that.
indeed. Yes, indeed. So, you guys, this is director Erik White. If you don't know now, you know. He done came in here,
No,
laid out all these gems.
We got to
kick
talk.
down the
Yes,
door.
we've had just such a fantastic time having you on. I have truly enjoyed this, and I hope everybody took away something positive. I feel like this whole show, if you should have had your notebooks out, okay?
You should
Everybody, because I feel like this whole show we've been giving it to you. We've been giving it to you.
drop the gym at the gym as soon as you came in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we look forward
to.
to the new move. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I got plans for you two. You got a great chemistry. I love it.
Oh, thank you. We're having a fantastic day. Yeah, we
Yes,
get a little
we are.
coordinated off the light blues and stuff. I almost
I
put on
know.
some
I was
pink
saying the
lipstick.
same thing.
I was
saying that we
this
always
close
pop.
to putting on some pink lipstick. We really would have been polished.
Yeah.
It looked fine. It's amazing.
Yeah, but you
Thank
guys
you.
make sure that you definitely check him out, support him, catch this movie when it comes. The trailer ain't even out yet. We got y'all so fresh in the ass, y'all don't even know what to do. But it's on its way, you guys. And if you are in LA, if you have a child that does have extraordinary talent and you just need a place, need a home, need somewhere to kind of help shape and mold that, the EWAT Foundation is there, you guys. How can people find you, follow you, and keep up with everything that you have going on?
Just my Instagram for now, Director E White, or just email me at ewhiteflix@gmail. You want to be I mentor, like I have people on set. I've had many people on set just coming and watching and learning. I'm open to that. I gotta give. Like this point in my career in my life, I have to give it out. I have to give back.
That's a beautiful thing. I appreciate you. You are such an amazing soul. Seriously.
Yes, you are.
Such an amazing
Yes,
soul.
you are. Very magical being.
Thank you, ladies. Well, I'm around.
What are my plans? I felt like my plants got watered already, and I ain't even putting no water in them.
So you all, we will be right back here next week. This is Illustrate Radio on WEMS Radio. Make sure that you are hitting that like, hit that subscribe button. Okay, we need to run these numbers up. Make sure that you definitely tap in and check on and keep an eye on our DJ Stiletto. Okay, she about to be getting booked all spring, all summer. Y'all niggas, y'all better be ready. Okay, make sure you follow me at T Gray Comedy. My first show I just produced last week was amazing. I wasn't even there because I was sick, but I heard it was fire. Okay, I even have a man there playing a trumpet on a pussy. You guys, you missed it. You missed it. It was amazing.
Yo,
it was amazing.
Where was I? Goddamn.
Yeah, I'm so glad that show. The fact that I wasn't even there and it still was like my comedians, my lineup, my host. Oh my God. So stay tuned.
So the work that was put in by the magic person who put it together. Because
so
you're good with a production, baby. I'm happy for you. Okay.
I'm so excited. It went very well. And the room was packed, you guys. Yes. So if you're in the DC area, DC Comedy Lost T Gray is gonna be putting on shows, I think every 2 months. I'm gonna be running shows all 2023. So y'all better get in on this. You better get in on this. And Lucky, lovely co-host, where can we find you?
Yeah. So I need for everyone, you can follow me at Magical AF Podcast. I did produce a new episode. I just have not dropped it yet. So it will be dropped next week on, I want to say Monday, because I'm still working on a couple of the edits and the sound bites and everything else. But y'all look out for that. And yeah, I'm still here. Go ahead and check out my other episodes.
See you all next week. Of course, if there was anything here that you didn't get your notes on, get on your Roku, download your 7 On Demand app, and definitely run it back. We'll be there every Wednesday. So we see y'all next week. Bye.
I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pussy.